Also, apparently Goose and Hardin, I think,
Yeah, I had them
questioned
talking
it.
to Habibi and Ray Mendoza.
I'm gonna need their statements. I'm gonna need to know what was asked and what was said.
What are you calling?
I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't want to talk about it.
I thought you were gonna take like the little random dirt road over here or something.
Exactly what I was doing. I just
Just a
missed the
scenic
turn.
route.
The weapon that Mr. Pagodi had on the ground there was a personal firearm. Wasn't a officer weapon. I don't know if they don't have access to that and they gotta use their own weapons or what.
Oh, hello.
Hello? Who this?
It's a BB going up to D.
Oh,
it's like
who's
1
this
a.m.
other
for
feller?
me.
Get him to pillbox.
It's a scumbag.
What you talking about, Habibi? No, it's Hightower.
128 has a man in handcuffs.
If I could talk
running
to these
southbound
non-corrupt
Strawberry,
correctional
white
officers for a few minutes, it'd
black
be great.
That's debatable. Okay, wait, hold the fuck on.
Anybody's 95.
What's your 20?
20 is going to be southbound Strawberry along Legion.
Why do you have to like stand?
I know that you guys gave some information to some of my officers already. I just had a couple of specific follow-up questions. In regards to your policies and procedures. Number one, when you're in the prison, are you supposed to have any weapons in there?
So when we're in the prison, you can have a firearm at the box as a Overwatch, but inside the grounds, no weapons or firearms at all. Weapons, taser, and baton, and flashlight.
Weapons, taser, baton, flashlight. What about a baseball fucking bat?
Baseball bat. Who had a baseball bat?
I think no.
Okay.
No, we're not allowed to have a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And if you are providing Overwatch at the box, I guess it's the position Mr. New Pagodi was in when I approached him. Your firearm is to be on your person, or do you just set it on the ground near you?
It's supposed to be on your person, holstered until you see a scene that happens.
Oh, not on the ground beside you.
What the
In case you need to like run down there or some shit.
Why would it be on the ground beside?
Oh, that's a great fucking question. That's why I'm asking.
No, ma'am. So the
inmates can still
firearms
get on the roof.
The firearms should be holstered inside the retention holster that we are given if they're being armed in the box. And I don't know why he would put it on the ground.
Because he's fucking stupid, that's why. Did you just say inmates can get up there?
Inmates can still technically get on the roof if they try hard enough.
If you see subject A inside the gates, you'll see how they can get on the roof.
Yeah.
So while inmates can still do all DLC officers have knowledge that inmates can still access the rooftops?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's
You're
one of
supposed
the
to
things
be
we
chilling in
train.
a fucking chair like you on vacay.
Well, you're supposed to be in the box and being attentive. You can't be, thinking in your head or something like that,
Yeah, you can't be watching like The Sopranos on your fucking tablet or shit like that,
At least put it on the TV. They got a nice TV in there.
What about
they got a TV in it.
lockpicks? What's the department policy on carrying a shit ton of lockpicks in there?
They used to give us lockpicks for some reason, but now we don't have access to lockpicks anymore.
Oh, maybe he's stashing them for a rainy day. Follow-up question. Do you all have any knowledge, about the inmates that are incarcerated? Do you have any way to figure out who they are?
Well, mostly, since I haven't been here for about, a month or two, I've been absent. I don't know who's been added or who's not been added. And then, stuff that gets express shipped, we have no clue if who's PD sending. So most of the time, mostly the people that we know are the people that we put in, because there'll be then like the next day if I haven't got anybody in the transport, it'll be new faces, and then I have to get acquainted with them. You know.
You all have access to the MDT to see reports and charges?
Yes, ma'am. It's just that we cannot look up profiles or stuff like that. You know.
Okay, but you could look up an incident report or something, yeah? So if somebody was
ma'am.
like, yeah,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
name is Devin Wilson, you could be like, oh, okay. Let me look this up and see what you in here for.
Yes, ma'am.
You can also
I-
see the jail log and see how long people are supposed to be incarcerated for.
Yes, ma'am. That's how we figured out that he was inside the jail when I saw that his time was ticking down. When she first brought it to our attention that he is inside the prison, because he didn't tell us, and nobody knew that when he was on duty, that I didn't know, and Mendoza didn't know, and Miss Pierce didn't know. So I guess the only person that knew was new. So, and then he just straight up lied to my face, saying that he doesn't know what happened.
Do you all often just release prisoners?
No.
You don't be like, okay, let me just release you a little bit early, because I'm in a good mood.
So the thing
No,
is
the
about
time that they get
releasing
is
them
the-
early is that
Yeah.
they their stuff will be destroyed in their locker, so that is why they must serve their sentence.
Is gambling a common practice?
Gambling
Mhm.
is not allowed. It's considered, I guess, illegal in the prison. I'm not too sure on that one, but whenever we see it happening, we break it up.
Oh, so it's common for you all to break up gambling and know that it's not department policy, okay?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna let inmates, have a potential to fight over gambling.
Oh, what about correctional officers gambling with inmates?
I don't gamble with inmates, so, and if Dummy was doing that, he shouldn't have not been doing that.
Okay, so you guys have never been like, okay, you've been cooperative. We're gonna give you some time served and release you early.
No, ma'am.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
If that was the case, it's mostly up to PD, not us.
Okay.
Actually, it's up to the DOJ. It's not up to PD
Yeah,
or us.
DOJ and what's it?
I will.
The chief gets in.
I will let you know
contact with
that Miss Jala came the other day for Hightower, and I was trying for like an hour and 30 trying to get somebody to confirm that he had that release form by the ADA was actually made by the ADA. So that's the only time I ever released somebody early was because Hightower was his charges were dropped or something like that.
Okay. Let's talk about Mr. Hightower. When you released Mr. Hightower, what was the process for doing that? Did you just let him walk out the gate? You just unlocked all the gates and doors for him, just let him go, or did you have to do like any
no
paperwork
actually.
or?
So what it was is that if you look, I don't know if you have. I don't know if you have access to the DOC logs or chats. Give me a second. Let me pull.
She does because she was in there.
Oh, I have all the access. That's not true. I don't. But
I'm kind of glad I took on most of the processing to
So
that.
on 09/03/2022, I was trying to get somebody to bring up somebody in high command or Mason or the warden to inform me on how I should proceed to let Hightower out because his attorney was there, and I could see that the Miss, what's her name, Jansi
mm-hmm.
Jenny Junsar.
Jansar has stated in his MDT report that his charges have been dropped. So I don't have her like phone number, so I had no way of contacting or like the word on Cassie Erickson to make sure that is right. So then Jala came up. She's an attorney, but she's a defense attorney, so I can't really trust that. So I was trying to get more information, and then that is when she finally got in contact with me and told me that that it's been signed and it's good to go because it's been updated into the MDT and only she can do that. So
I have a question
Oh,
for you.
well,
What is
well,
common?
hold
Go
on.
ahead, go ahead.
Well, I just have a couple of follow-up. Like, what was the process though when you unjailed him, so to speak, when you
so
released him?
the process is that I made sure that he got his civilian clothes from the locker room to put that on.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
And then I walked him up to the mile, and then we went to the phones, and then I got on my tablet and I looked at the jail menu. I saw his name, because he's been held on for nines, so I released him from there. He hit the phone, he walks out, he gets his stuff, and then he leaves with Erickson.
Okay, so you checked to see how much time he had left, and then he had to check out via the phone so he could get his stuff. So you don't just walk him through the gate, right? While they
No,
still
that's
have prison
because
time.
no, because you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys will get alerted if somebody leaves the gate or something.
You would think so. You would think
Oh.
so. All right, go ahead and answer your question. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted.
All right, so common practice for let's say you're transporting an LVT or HVT. If somebody tries to interfere with that transport as you're moving up the highway at regular speeds on a highway,
Can I be frank on how you want me to say the SOPs, or you want to know how I would do it?
how does the SOP want you to respond when somebody attempts to interfere with a transport, whether it's 1, 2, 3 vehicles?
Get onto TAC, get to the prison as fast as possible, call for backup, have PD respond. You are not to go on the offensive. You're supposed to be defensive when being attacked or being hit on the transport.
Okay.
You're not supposed to stop for anything.
So let's say you're driving up the highway. You have a transport vehicle. It's you're alone. You have one prisoner in the back, and a car starts tailing you or driving side by side with you, yelling from the windows to pull over. Would you pull over?
No, you don't stop for anything, especially if they're telling you to pull over.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I was here for a little while with you, Habibi.
Hello.
So just wanted to hear from you guys, considering you guys do it pretty much every day.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was senior corrections officer. We did this one transport, and some guy was trying to break out another guy, and this was when we were able to carry class 2s, right? And that was the Wild West days, we were told if anybody messes with I'm pretty sure it's been updated and it's changed, because we don't have access to class 2s anymore. But the guy, we sprayed him down, and then we called PD and they took care of it, because he was trying to break out and he was shooting at us and whatnot. So
Okay. Kelly, you have any more questions for him?
I do not. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys have a above average evening.